at Sales Gym to simplify the way we look at a sales cycle or a sales process with an opportunity is essentially that it has two parts. The first part is listening, learning, and understanding, engaging your audience and involving them in the conversation. The second part, after you summarize what you've learned, is to present your ideas and move towards the next steps and closing. In the presentation phase of the conversation, I like to think of that part as having two specific presentation phases. The first phase I consider to be test for a reaction. And the second phase is where I actually put together a solid plan, oftentimes overcoming obstacles or preventing obstacles at the last minute, sometimes shifting the opinion of decision makers and being more disruptive. But in the first phase of the presentation, I further simplify it using the power of three. And here's what I mean. If I've spent 10 minutes having a great conversation with an opportunity, and I think I have a good understanding of their situation, I might have 6 to 9 different ideas that I'd love to run past them. Now, the reality is that that's quite a bit to present on. And so I'm going to use something like the Sales Gym presentation dynamics to organize how I present. And I might break those 6 to 9 ideas into the first 3 that I feel are going to be the most relevant and likely to resonate. For example, when I get to the presentation portion with a client of Sales Gym, I may say something to the extent of, thank you so much for taking this time to allow me to learn more about your company. And essentially, I'd love to get your reaction to the 3 main benefits that our clients get from Sales Gym and how they might align with your organization. So the first thing I'll be talking about today is Sales Gym's belief in the 4 most common mistakes that limit results. The second thing I'll be talking about is how to upskill frontline managers and coaches so they can continually develop their team. And the third idea I'd like to run past you is the idea of creating a sales culture that continues to promote growth while supporting both managers and frontline salespeople. So let's take a moment and go into more presentation detail on that first idea of the 4 main mistakes that often limit sales results. So see how I've presented based on 3 ideas that I feel will resonate greatly with my audience. Let's say I go through the course of the conversation and one of those ideas or one of those things that Sales Gym does doesn't resonate. I might have another 2 or another 3 that I'd love to test out for a reaction. So I repeat that presentation cycle a second time. At that point in time, I have a very good sense of what is resonating with my audience, what they're likely to respond to when I get closer to closing or the next stage. In the next video, I'll go further into how we use another version of presentation dynamics to be more disruptive, to vaccinate the competition, to really overcome obstacles and increase the likelihood that we'll close the deal. Thanks so much for listening. Let us know how it works and stay tuned for more tips, and don't forget to like and subscribe.